Oh, yes. Oof. Oh, yes. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm just going to wait for 4 more minutes just to let everyone else join. We are expecting a few more people, so I'll give them a few more minutes so they'll be able to join. Okay, you can grab coffee, make yourself warm while you wait, and we will start shortly. Okay, for those that have just joined, we're just going to give them 2 more minutes. We'll start at 14:05, just to let everyone that has registered to join. We'll give them until 14:05 and we'll be able to start. Hello, everyone. My name is Twani. For those that could not join the 12 o'clock, well, it was booked for 12 o'clock. Sorry, we experienced some technical difficulties, challenges. However, the session did actually proceed. We are trying to upload the recordings, but it is things that we still have to edit, and it does take a bit of time. But if you did miss the 12 o'clock session and you've got any questions, we are happy to assist you after the session, because there might be people that already joined the sessions for bookings and quotations and don't want to sit in. But if you have a few few minutes to spare, you are able to just sit in afterwards, or I can sit and we can just go over it. Or if you'd like to set time aside, let us know. But we're not going to be doing that training session again. So if you do have questions, you're more than welcome to ask. Okay. What I'm going to be showing you guys today is the SMSing functionality, including the mess mail that is available in your Frontdesk module. A lot of people don't use the mess mailing functionality. We're not aware why, but I think the one thing that we have picked up internally with the mess mailing is you're not able to see how many emails have been delivered. So that is the only challenge that we have picked up with the mess mailing. However, it is able to send the mess mail because we send out mess communication to you guys using the Frontdesk module. And because you've already built the database, you've got your clients in the email addresses in the database, it's easier for you to reach out to them, whether it's your telephone lines that are down or your emails are not working or you have a promotion that's currently running. You are able to send that communication with the database that you've already built. Okay. Please note that you're welcome to interrupt me at any moment. If you have questions, just unmute yourself and ask the question. Okay. It's a bit difficult because now I'm talking to myself and I'm just hoping that you guys are hearing what we're saying and understanding and comprehending. But if there's any problems, please, you're more than welcome to just interrupt us at any time. Okay. Firstly, with the SMSing. Okay, very important. You do need to have SMS bundles, which we don't sell. So there is a company that we deal with that's called Emicell. So you will purchase your SMS bundles from Emicell. And remember, I think that's the one thing, the one challenge that we've picked up. When you do the SMSing, you need your clients to have your smartphones, if I may put it that way. The old phones are not actually going to be able to work with the SMSing functionality. So that is the one thing that you need to bear in mind when you do use the SMSing functionality. So you'll firstly purchase the SMS bundles from Emicell or anybody that is able to offer the SMSs. There's a link that's actually there's a link that they'll give to you, which we include in the setup for you to be able to SMS from your quick travel applications, because it's not only limited to Frontdesk, you are able to SMS your car hire vouchers and your hotel vouchers as well. So with that link, we are able to integrate it into quick travel or add it to the setup that enables you to be able to SMS. Okay. So from that setup point, I unfortunately don't have a contract with Emicell because I have to pay for it, but I will show you guys, if you do have that functionality available, how you guys will be able to send out an SMS from the Frontdesk module. Okay. If you click on File, there's SMS Register. Okay. Select the SMS Register. It will have, once you've already sent out multiple or a couple of SMSs out, it will have a register of all the SMSs that you have actually done. But to do a new SMS, you click on the new button, or you can click on the new button at the bottom, specify which client you're sending this SMS to. The date would obviously be based on what is on your computer, who the consultant is that's sending this, and the description of the SMS. So whatever information that you're trying to relay to the client, maybe to make sure that they collect or do it, you've emailed them or you've sent them the visa application, maybe you just want to communicate that as well via SMS. Depending on what it is, the nature of the communication, that is what you'll capture as a description. The cell phone number that you're sending the SMS to, and the message. Okay, so that's exactly it. And you can do your spell check and you can send the SMS. Okay, very important right there at the top. It actually tells you what I told you up front, that you need to first purchase your SMS bundles because we don't sell SMS bundles. Okay, that's exactly what it actually tells you. You are able to save it, and you're also able to do a spell check on the SMS that you sent, because at times we type, we we don't type in proper or full sentences. I think doing a spell check, because you are sending communication to your clients, it is important that maybe you keep the professionalism, or if you've got that relationship with the clients, you're more than welcome to type in the lingo that you guys speak to, okay? But it does the spell check for you. Once you've done that, you can send your SMS. It will sit on your register as proof that the SMS has been sent, okay? So right there at the top, you can see that it tells you the description, the consultant, sent date, sent time, delivered, and branch will obviously default to the branch that you're working from in your quick travel application. Okay. Any questions? Okay. That is correct. Okay, you can actually do one SMS to the client, because if you look at the client field, it limits you to select which client you need to SMS. Okay, I think it helps if you deliver one SMS to one client, because you are able to keep track whether it was delivered or not. So if it's multiple ones, it might be difficult for you to actually keep track or find proof of who it was actually delivered to. So because now it's one client to a specific cell phone number, it helps you to keep track. I hope that answers your question. Okay, perfect. Okay, if no one has questions, I'll move on to the mass mailing, which is also found under File. If you select Other Registers, you'll see the Mailing List Register. Okay, if you have a look at this, so this is just my demo data. It's obviously not my live data, but we often, such as the training, we send you communication on training, but there is another tool that we use. But those are the kind of communication that you are able to send out to your clients, whether your telephone lines are down, your emails are down, or who you're working after hours. What is the after hours number? If you guys decide to change the after hours number, what is the new after hours number? So this is quite effective, because you've got your clients' email addresses, and this, instead of the SMSing functionality, it actually uses the email addresses. So that's how you're able to distinguish between the two, because one is mainly for reaching your clients on their cell phone, and the other is reaching their clients on their emails. So I think if you guys recall, when you are setting up your individual contacts, there's actually a field, if I may open it up for you guys, there's actually a field where you need to populate the client's email addresses right over here. So if there isn't anything that's been captured here, and you haven't specified your recipient to receive newsletters, then they won't be able to get any communication from you. But the moment you've put in their email addresses and you've specified that you would like them to receive newsletters, excuse me, beg your pardon, any communication that you send through to them, then they'll be able to receive it. Very important. So this also flows from a setup perspective, because at the end you do the setup, and at the end you want to send communication to your clients. Okay, so I'll close that and I'll go back to my mail list register. Right, so to do a new mass mail, you've got your new button at the bottom, or the shortcut key right there on top. Remember, same rules apply. If any field is highlighted in white, it's an optional field. Anything highlighted in a slightly bluish or green color, it's a mandatory field. Okay, so this you need to this allows you to populate information as to who's the consultant that's doing the mass mail. The description, I'll say maybe after hours, change to after hours number. Okay, and who are you sending this communication to? So you've got your individual contact. If you want to send it to the secretaries, you are able to do that, because you would have their email addresses, instead of sending it directly to the execs, because it's very seldom that they'll read things. But if you send it to the secretaries, they'll ensure that they read it. And your business contacts. Okay, I'll select individual contacts for this communication. Okay, so this default, this is just, it comes as a default. Has an email address will be ticked because now you're sending communication via email. So it is under the impression that whoever you're sending the communication to, that person does have an email address. Okay, and they've also been flagged to receive the newsletters. Right, so your status, it will ask you whether the people that you're sending the communication to, is it people that have an active status, closed status, or are they your new inquiries? Perhaps you're trying to do this, maybe the communication is not to change the after hours number, but you're targeting people that have approached you for quotations. Those are the people that you would have listed as your new inquiries. Maybe you're running a promotion and you're trying to get the business. That's another way of sending out a mass mail so that you reach those people so they come to you for the business. Okay. In this instance, I'll select my active recipient. Right. If I were to limit this to a specific department, I can actually do that. Earlier on, when I did the first training session, I mentioned interest and flags. So if you've already created an interest or you've created a flag, you are also able to limit your communication to the people with a specified interest or whoever you have flagged to receive that communication. Okay. Earlier on, I set up an interest for honeymooners. So perhaps this was a promotion that I was running for. It was a honeymoon special promotion, and I only want to send this communication to people that have an interest, or the honeymooners, they recently just got married, and the honeymooners, I'll be able to send only to those specific people. So this actually allows you to filter your mass mail. You don't have to send everything to everybody. You can send to everybody, but you also have the option of streamlining your communication to the people that you want to send the communication to. Okay. Now, I'm not going to select anything because I really want to send it to everybody that's on my mailing list, okay? Because this is communication that I need to notify everybody. You've done the first tab, which is your main tab. You need to move to your members tab. Okay, this is literally going to pull everybody through that has an active status that is meant to receive newsletters. Okay, so the moment I click update members, it will pull through all those email addresses without me doing anything manually. So the system will search in all the registers who is actually meant to receive this communication and give you all those email addresses. Okay. If you're not happy with that, you can delete the members and restart all over again, okay? Once I've pulled through or I've populated the email addresses, now I need to start building my email. Okay, so it is a bit of a flow. So initially, you're literally selecting or drafting what the heading is or the subject of your communication is, deciding who you're communicating to, selecting the members. Once you've done that, now you start prepping or doing your email. You can do it as an attachment and import the HTML file, okay, which you can save, okay, or I'll cancel that. You can literally type in the message box in the body of the email, okay. So if I were to do a fictitious one, we always send out our emails from no_reply. So although it's still a no_reply, it does actually go to somebody, but we do it for control purposes, because not everyone will know that a communication was sent out. So if it goes to the same person who sent it out, they'll understand or know what exactly was sent out. But you guys can decide on that. It can even be from an individual email address. Okay. The subject, that's the subject, telephone lines, telephone number changed. Okay. If you want to add an attachment, you can do that. Okay. And if you want to type out your communication to your client, dear client, please note we've changed telephone numbers, the whole shebang, you are able to do that. Okay. Right. Very important, when you decide to do it as an HTML and you attach the file, at times people are scared to open up an attachment with no_reply because they think that it might be it's not from you guys, or that just people are just, we are fearful, I think, if I may put it that way. I can't find the right word to use, but you can actually embed that HTML into the body of the email. So if I did an HTML, if I may just show you guys, I'll just select that one, quick draft tip. And if I put a little tick in that embed HTML attachment in the message body, it's not going to come through as an attachment to my recipients. It will be on the body of the email. So if you don't tick this, they'll receive it as an attachment. But if you do an attachment, but you want it on the body of the email, then you just need to make sure that it's embedded. Okay. You are able to test it so that you can actually see how it would look like. So you can put in your email address. It also gives you the opportunity to proofread your document just to make sure that everything is aligned, everything, whatever was meant to be bolded or in italics, everything looks proper, if I may put it that way. You can send a single test email to yourself so that you can actually see how it looks. Once you're happy with the email that you're sending to your clients, now you want it to reach your masses, you have to move on to process. So if you click on the process button, this is actually, there's no turning back. So the moment you click send here, there is no turning back. So that's why we give you a chance on the email tab to double check your work, proofread it, so that once it's gone out, you're happy with what you've sent out to your clients. So it's still in test mode. The moment you untick test mode, then you are able to send the mail to your recipients. Okay. You click on send mail to recipients, and then there you go. Bob's your uncle. Your mail has been sent out, and you are done. Okay. You can save it so that if maybe there is a mistake or whatever discrepancy comes up afterwards, you are able to go back to that email and you are able to check it and say, okay, yes, we did send this out, or there's a typo error, whatever the case may be. But you are able to keep track or save the communication that you've sent out to your clients, which will sit on your mail list register. Okay, any questions? Oh, shame. Hello, Danielle. Gosh, Daniel just joined exactly as I was about to end this meeting. Okay, so that's actually your mass mailing. That's where you'll be able to send out the mass communication to your clients. Can the HTML? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. So your HTML, you can use it however you wish. I think you've seen with our quick tips, the ones that we send through to you. So it can have pictures, and it's up to you on how you actually want to do your attachment. You can do it as you wish. It doesn't limit you on anything. Okay. Is there any questions that you guys have? Because the whole 3 sessions, we haven't had too many questions. I think it's a bit worrying. Or we'll get questions as we get to invoicing, because invoicing, a lot of people often have questions. Okay. All right. Diana, I think I'm going to retract what I said to you earlier on, because here I can actually see a bulk SMS. I'm sorry about that. I can actually see the bulk SMS. I think I often use the single SMS, but this is actually where you can do your bulk SMSs. So I'm just quickly going to go, because I was like, okay, did you just say that it's not available? And there it is. Okay. So in my other registers, I'm sorry about that. In my other registers, there's my bulk SMS functionality. All right. So this actually allows you to do bulk SMSing. Okay, so it is actually similar to the bulk mail setup. So if you have actually set up any interest or any flags or any capacity, you are able to send just the SMSs to those specific people. Right. So with the SMS numbers, okay, it looks like I haven't saved any SMS or cell phone numbers for any of the recipients, because the moment you click on update members, it should pull through anybody that you have actually selected. I know why. Let's go back. Let's do this. Update members. Yeah, still. All right. So it doesn't look like I've got anybody that has been loaded with cell phone numbers on my register. Okay, let me do something. Sorry, give me 2 seconds, please. I'm going to do new inquiry. Maybe I have a couple under new inquiry, but okay, it doesn't look like I have. I'm not going to waste your time on that, but it does actually work similar. Can you load the SMS numbers? Do you have to put the country code? Yes, you do, because remember, when you do capture the SMSs, you do put the +27. I don't know how you guys are currently loading it, but in most instances, you are supposed to be putting the +27 for the country code. All right. Okay, so there's your SMS. It will obviously pull through everyone that's been listed to receive the SMSs. Okay, obviously with the cell phone number. So from cell phone number, this will be from your cell phone number or the number that you guys have been given. Okay, the SMS message. Alternatively, you can also add the email address. Okay, because remember, when we set up that link, it's also linked to an email address, right? So as you can still test it. You can do a single test SMS. The moment you're ready to send the bulk one, similar to what you did with your mass mailing, you untick your active test mode and you're able to send your bulk one, your bulk SMSs. Okay, so there's obviously a cap to it, because the maximum recipient on each SMS you can send up to 1,000 recipients. So more than that, you'll probably have to do a next round, draft the same email, then send it to the second group as you wish. Any questions? Okay, doesn't look like there's any questions, but I'm not sure if you guys, obviously you guys have seen the emails. We are going to be doing more training sessions. Please, can you share the word? If there are people that are not aware that we are hosting these bulk training sessions, and they are quite keen and they're interested in joining the training sessions, please, it's free of charge. Let's use this time wisely so they'll be able to join the training sessions and up their knowledge. I think that's what we're trying to do. So if you guys do have any questions or you want to know which training session will be happening, when it will be happening, we've got our Facebook page. We have our Facebook page available. We try and send out the communication, but obviously we can't. Sometimes it reaches the masses and sometimes it doesn't. If it hasn't, you're more than welcome to email sales@quicksoftware.co.za to find out when the next training session will be. Hello, Sylvia, and I'm sorry you're a bit late. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. Thank you for dedicating this time to just sit in and listen to our training sessions. We hope they're beneficial to you, and we hope to see you in more training sessions. Thanks a lot.